All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to the Boxing Rush Hour Show, fightsatw.com. I'm here with trainer, promoter, everything. He's got about 50 different hats. Um, and he's got a show coming up, which we're going to get into on May 24th in Pleasanton, California. My guest is Ali Benjamin. Good morning. How you doing, Ali?
I'm doing good, man. Weekend and some days out, man. It's crunch time, baby.
Yeah, yeah. And before we get into that, I just want to get a little bit of a bio blast from you for those that may
Mm-hmm.
not know you, right? A
Yup.
little bit about yourself, where you're from, maybe a little bit about upbringing and your introduction to boxing.
Absolutely, man. So I'm from San Ramon, California, in the Bay Area, and I started boxing as a kid. My dad was a professional boxer, Royce Francis Benjamin. He boxed in the United Kingdom, and was an amateur and professional for many years. And so, as a kid, he got me into boxing, and I started competing when I was 8 years old. I competed all the way until I was about 15, 16 years old. And then I got away from boxing, just making poor decisions. And then finally, 10 years later, I came back as a coach, and I started really preaching to the youth and to the adults just to stick with the boxing and to not make the same mistakes I did. And that's really my driving force behind why I'm a coach, and why I'm so passionate about that. I'm a coach first, everything else second. And yes, as a coach, you wear a lot of hats already, but then in the boxing game, at least to me, especially being a gym owner now too, for the last 4 years, I have Benjamin's Boxing. You gotta be a business owner. You gotta be I do amateur shows. So you gotta be a amateur promoter, and then now recent, you gotta be a professional promoter and matchmaker. And that's the newest endeavor with Elite Underdog Promotions, the next generation of fighters. Really putting Bay Area fighters and putting 50-50 fights back on the map. That's really our model and what we really are preaching, really competitive fights, even at a club show level, and really making people get excited about coming out and seeing a show.
Man, you just answered like a couple other questions that I had before, but it's all good. We'll circle back to it. Um,
Yeah.
why was it so important for you to, as you mentioned, you had those bumps on the road, and then you went into become a trainer, and then decided to use those life lessons to be lessons for the youth that you have
Yeah.
coming under you. So, like, why was that important to you at that point to do that?
Yeah. Very good question, man, because I lost discipline when I lost boxing. When I stopped boxing, I didn't see the time my dad wouldn't coach me no more because he saw I was, drinking, using drugs, selling drugs, doing all the things you shouldn't be doing. And he saw that, he knew that, like every boxing great and boxing enthusiast knows, you can't play with boxing. It's a full-time thing. And so when you lose that, you lose discipline, you lose dedication, you lose a lot of the great things that young people, especially young men, need: direction. And it led me down a long path that I didn't self-correct for a decade of my life. You know what I mean? And boxing was a catalyst that, one, in the beginning of my life, kept me on the right path, and then now in my current life in the last 10 years has kept me successful. Boxing and the discipline it takes, I preach, eating healthy, working out, not drinking, not smoking, not partying. And so I live that. And if you do that, then you will have success in your life, whether you're a professional fighter or not. If you do those elements and you work hard, obviously, you will have success, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I think it's important also that that message probably gets through better because you have the experience, whether
Hmm.
whether it be negative, but you have the experience
Yeah.
behind it because it's not like these guys will say, "Oh, here comes another old head trying to tell me what not to do and stuff like
Yup,
that."
yup,
It's somebody that been through that and can relate
yup.
to that and be like, "Hey, I did this. I'm not proud of it, but
Yeah,
these
exactly.
are some of the things that happen after."
Yeah, man. Well said, man. That's exactly what I do and I preach. And you're right. They hear it. They hear it. Because there was a million people that was me telling me what I should do back then, my own father, and I didn't listen to shit. And me being, younger and just being that I lived it, they'll at least listen a little bit. They still knuckleheads sometimes, but not to the extreme that I was. I wouldn't allow that. I'm gonna chase their ass down.
Yeah. And how old are you now?
I'm 35 years old.
No, 35, man. You look like you're 25.
Man, just eating it good. That's it. I had to throw the clock back.
All right. So once you came in and rededicated yourself to the sport as a trainer, how did that morph into being an amateur promoter
Mm.
and then eventually into starting your promotion as a professional?
Man, really, it's out of necessity. Really, what it was for me is I saw how hard it was for me to get as consistent fights as I wanted for my amateurs. You got to play the politics and you got to, oh, okay, we can get on the show. You get your little fighters and then you wait around for matches and then you don't get them and then you go to the next show. And so then I said, wait, man, wow, this ain't rocket science. I'm a businessman. I've always been a businessman through the good parts of my life and the not so good. I've always understood business and entrepreneurship. And so making a show to me seemed rather simple. It was more complicated than I thought, but my inexperience and my me being naive actually ended up being the blessing because I just went into it. After like 4 months opening my gym, I just had a pro show and I mean an amateur show rather, and I figured it out. And I figured out matchmaking. I figured out logistics and ambulance and doctor and this and that. And I got some help from people in the amateur community. They kind of gave me the game, the USA Boxing people, as well as other gym owners. And I did it, and I learned. And now I'm on my 11th amateur show. And now transitioning to the pro, it's the same thing. Now my amateurs are becoming pros. It's hard to get pro fights. It's hard to get exposure to your fights. And when you're in the game, you can provide opportunity and platform. And for me, it's about giving my fighters opportunity and giving my community the type of fights and the type of events that I think they deserve, you know?
Yeah, yeah, okay. All right. And then so you have Elite Underdog Promotions
Yes.
is the name of your company.
Yes.
What made you come up with that name?
So I have a business partner. It's me and Juan Sanchez. That's my business partner. He's the financial guy. I'm the boxing guy. Okay. And he came up with the name, and I couldn't believe how, like, it speaks to me because that's like, I'm all about the underdog. I'm an underdog, and I love the underdog. I've always rooted for the underdog. And so when he came with me that name, I said, that's perfect. That fits with me. That was confirmation that he was the right business partner for me. And what we preach is just giving the underdog a fair shake because in boxing too many times we know that if the guy's on the B side, he don't get a fair shake. And we want it to be fair, making boxing fair, making it really entertaining, and Elite Underdog Promotions is going to bring that to boxing.
Okay. And you had mentioned you had touched on what we like to say the mission statement, right, of
Hmm.
your company. If you
Hmm.
can kind of expand on that a little bit more on
Yes.
what you're wanting the people to understand about your promotion company and why is it so different than any other promotion company that's come and gone or that's still here
Yeah.
type of thing.
Yeah. I really think the main catalyst is really the 50-50 fights and really giving all local fighters opportunity, both on the A side and the B side. So many times, yes, of course, we have to bring opponents in because it's just there's not enough, but we are the show with the most local guys fighting local guys. which is what the community wants to see because you have your guy in your gym. You hear about this other guy at another gym and you know him because you've seen him fight in the amateurs or whatnot. And you're like, oh, you can visualize, like, ooh, that's a good fight. Like, they believe in their guy, we believe in our guy. And now you've created this boom rather than bringing in Joe Schmo from Mexico. And it's like people, they can't get behind that guy. So it's just a one-sided ass whooping. And who wants to see that? I mean, not me, not me. I don't want to see that. So we try to make it so that, it's really a fight. It's really back to the 80s, the old school. And before that, the way Sugar Ray Robinson would want it, man. Taking real fights from the opening parts of your career.
Yeah, and what you described also brings like you have communities, different communities kind of meshed in and they're invested in their guy, and then it brings a big crowd and everybody's into it,
Yup.
and everybody gets excited.
Hell yeah, I am.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about this show. May 24th is going to be
Yup.
at Pleasanton, California at the Alameda County Fair Grounds.
That's right.
Elite Underdogs, the next generation of fighters. It's a 10 fight card, really aggressive, being that this is your first pro card. Going with 10 fights, but
Yup.
talk to us about the show. Why should people go and see it? Where can they support this as far as getting tickets? Is there going to be a stream? Everything that's involving the card.
Yes. So yes. We can go get tickets on Eventbrite. Just search Elite Underdog, and it'll pop right up. We have tickets starting as low as $50 for the bleachers and all the way up to 150 for the VIP tickets. And if you really want to go crazy, we do have a couple tables left for $1,500, and that seats eight. So we really just kept it like where you can have a nice entry level price and then have a full experience. We definitely have a VIP feel to the whole event. And fights on the card. We got the main event. We got Gabe Garcia out of Pittsburgh, California, at a Lions Den. He's going to be fighting Armando Frosto. And those are both two seasoned guys. I believe Armando's like 12-5. And they're guys that had 130-pound division, have had good careers. Gabe has trained out of Robert Garcia's gym. He's now back with Lions Den in his roots, but he's sparred the best. He's sparred all the guys you see on the West Coast, the Mikey Garcias, the Bam Rodriguez that are training out of there, and he's a real solid fighter. That's getting creeping up those rankings. And I forgot the rest of the question, but
Oh
I
yeah,
did I cover it?
yeah. No, no. I think you did. And then, is there going to be a stream for this or not?
Yes, we're going
Okay.
to be streaming on millions.co. The stream is going to be a pay-per-view stream, and it's going to be live and direct, very good quality, and you can purchase that for $24.99.
Okay. All right. And then, so you have this card, May 24th. What does the rest of the year look like for you? Have you thought about whether you want to finish the year with another card, or do you want to just kind of see
Hell
how
yeah.
this goes and then just kind of plan from there? Like, what does the rest of the year look like for you?
Yeah, the main focus is obviously May 24th and just making this first one a success for everybody, the fighters, the fans, and the business people. But we definitely are going to be a factor and a big part of the Bay Area promotional game. Our next show will be in November, December, and we're going to be doing it at another venue. And we definitely are going to, sorry about that.
Oh, you went sideways. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there we
Yeah.
go. And we are definitely going to be one of those shows you can always expect a lot of fights on. I want to give as many people opportunities as I can, and I want to give the fans a variety of fights. So you're definitely going to be looking forward to 8 to 12 fights every time, and an elite underdog card comes in the mix. And it's going to be all local guys fighting local guys, proving themselves up the ranks. And you'll see some big names. We got some things like the big thing about elite underdog. I'll tell you is like we're bringing that old school fun, like the way the good aspects of Don King and the good aspects of the old school promoters into the new school,
Yeah.
having fun with it, really hyping up the weigh-in, really storytelling, and on the fight night, having it be a show. Expect, lights, brights, walkouts, girls, ring girls, fun, drinks, and just a VIP feel, not just a local club show like some may imagine it.
Yeah, nah, and I wanted to ask you this because I was hearing you say that the stream was going to be on pay-per-view as 24.99. Given the situation that we're currently in,
Mhm.
where you know you're paying for subscriptions, you're paying for pay-per-views on top of a subscription and everything else, and this being your first event, um, are you kind of bracing yourself a little bit, kind of, and rolling the dice, making this a pay-per-view and not a stream where it's accessible to everybody? But
Yeah, yeah.
and putting it behind a paywall.
Yep, absolutely. Something we thought about, and we really want to encourage everybody to come in person. It's a local fight, and we really want everyone to come in because the experience in person is going to be so much more than the stream. And that's really the reason why we made it a pay-per-view, so that then people come. Please come. Yes, the pay-per-view is cool, and you're going to get to see the fights, but we'd rather you come. Why not spend 25 more dollars and go to see the fight?
Yeah.
Because the majority of the people are Bay Area fighters. You're close. There's a couple here and there coming in from other places. And yeah, you guys come see those stream to see your person coming into town and fighting. And the reason why is, the stream costs money. And I wish that it didn't, but we're just trying to recoup some of that investment.
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it. All right.
Yep.
Where is your gym at? Just so that people
Yes.
could understand where that's at, and if somebody wants to get at you, they can come in and see you
Yeah.
and see what's up.
Man, come down to Benjamin's Boxing Ceremony. It's the best gym in the Bay Area. We have amateur team, we have a professional team, we have regular classes, we have the best youth program in the Bay Area. I promise you that. And we have shows 3 times a year right in the building. And we have sparring 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. All right. We even do morning sparring by appointment only. And we're a old school gym in a new school environment. We on social media like you gotta be, and we do everything easy, and it's easy to sign up like the new school is. But when you come in and get the training, expect to get that you're gonna be in the mirror and on the lines on the ground for quite some time before you anywhere else. So we got that old school energy in this building. My dad taught me. My dad still comes and trains the fighters when he can. Like he comes during on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays, and he my dad still runs 5 miles 2 days a week. He's 73 years old, and he
Wow.
comes to the gym right after. 5 miles, hella slow, but
Still
but
does it.
but boom, and then comes to the gym and does about 12, 15 rounds on the bags. I'm like, Dad, you crazy. You know? Chill, bro. He's still trying to spar. I'm like, chill, man.
Ah.
Chill, bro.
Oh man, that other slogan you should put it on the gym somewhere, man. Paint it on the wall or something.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Yes.
Where can folks follow you in your journey, the company's
Absolutely.
journey, and get updates on all your events coming up?
Great. Yeah. Everything is at Benjamin's Boxing. Keep it real simple. Everything for the pro show is at Elite Underdog Promotions. Um, On Instagram's the main platform we're on. We're also on TikTok and Facebook. But Instagram, to get all those updates, you're going to see everything. Please DM me. I'll always get back to messages as fast as I can. And yeah, come see us. 524, 5 p.m., Alameda County Fairgrounds, Pleasanton, California.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it there. Ali Benjamin, he's got the show May 24th, Alameda County Fairgrounds, as he said. It will be on pay-per-view as well if you are outside of the California area and can't make it. All the information is on his Instagram. And listen, Ali, I thank you for your time and wish you the
No,
best of
thank you
luck.
for the opportunity.
Wish you the best of luck, all right?
Thank you.
All right.